other down. I don't know whether they can, but the way both of them are playing, I don't believe they can. I believe one or two of the kids from Forreston got a little bit tired there, but so did the other team. But they're going to try to keep the tempo the way it is. The defense is going to be strong. Those kids are going to look up the floor. They're going to run it. And they're going to keep going doing what they've been doing.
We saw St. Elmo go to a little zone toward the end of the half, out of the man-to-man. Do you think we'll see more of that in the second half?
I think you're going to see that 1-2-2 full court a little bit more. I do want to make one statement. I think that foul with 5 seconds to go could be a factor in this ball game, and I hate to say that, but I still believe St. Elmo's got some players that can come in there. They've got some good role players, and just went to show you that last play. They got the ball up in 5 seconds and scored a three-pointer.
St. Elmo had one thing go against them, the Maxey foul. They had one thing go for them, the Fiesel three-pointer to tie the thing. So I guess you give a little, take a little, right?
Yes, you do.
Take a look at the statistical story on the first half of the ball game, Ed. Neither team with a great shooting performance, but they're both getting a lot of shots. 30 for Forreston, shooting 43%. They've rung the bell with 13. St. Elmo, 12 of 27, 44. One three-point shot. That's significant. And it was at the end of the half.
Well, with both of those teams looking at them, I think somebody take a look and they say there'll be three-point shooters out there. And there probably are. But, I mean, right now they just haven't hit them. But you'd think that maybe in a type of game like this, the way it goes up and down the floor, you'd think that maybe they have more.
St. Elmo, 9 of 10 free throws, too. And that's a big factor. There's your scoring leaders. Carl Lewis for Forreston with 11. And Darren Steichel off the bench with 8. Then, of course, St. Elmo. Fiesel has 14 at halftime. And Teddy Moss with a total of 9. So, it's just an even-Steven ball game right down the line. No other way to put it. And we're tied at 34-34 here at halftime. Ed, the tempo is such that fatigue is a factor. You alluded to that. Really, the halftime break in high school basketball, not long enough to really regroup physically, is it?
Well, in some cases, I think these kids will regroup all right. I thought, therefore, about 2 minutes ago, I thought Lewis got a little bit tired. Maybe he didn't. I don't mean that derogatory, but it looked like he got a little bit tired. But I'll tell you what, he has run up and down the floor. He can run the floor real well. For a kid his size, he gets up and down the floor. He gets the rebound. He looks for the outlet pass. And, that's not to sly anybody from St. Elmo, but I'm just making the comment on a kid that size. And I really like the Fiesel. I mean, he has really done a good job. He's done it from the outside. He's went down the inside. I'm watching him warm up right now, and I'm just amazed at the touch he has right now and the follow-through that he has on his shot.
And we're 34-34 at the intermission. Let's pause for these messages.
The ultimate performance vehicle. It's not a car, it's the Trillium Panther. A success machine you can park on your desk and admire all day long. But don't buy it for its admirable good looks alone. Take a look at the long list of standard features, and the Panther's competitive price leaves the competition in the dust. If you're a business that knows where it's going and cares how it gets there, don't settle for anything less than the sleek, black ultimate in high performance. The Trillium Panther, available at Communications Development Company, Rockford.
Bill Hembrough BMW invites you to test drive the all-new four-wheel drive 325iX. Purchase or lease. The high-performance all-wheel drive sports car is the car to see and drive for the latest European Triumph. For full-size family luxury at an affordable price, see the BMW 528. Bill Hembrough can offer for a limited time a possible savings of up to $6,000 on the BMW 528. Luxury at an affordable price with availability of 6.9% financing at Bill Hembrough BMW, 1209 South Alpine across from Colonial Village.
All right, Ed, we're going to see Fiesel shot to tie this, the three-pointer, at halftime.
Almost lost it there.
Yep.
This is a grand slammer of basketball right now.
On the way. Count it. That's the way the half ended.
If you had a shot of the fans afterwards, I bet they're all on their feet.
All right, Forreston will inbound in an even-Steven ball game. Let's see, I think we're back to starting combinations for both.
And he's got Maxey back in there.
Yeah, riding with 3 fouls. Ryan Cornelius, number 32 for Forreston. Off to Aikens, number 22, knocked away by Moss, but taken back this time by Erdman. Baseline, and there's Carl Lewis. Lewis got the bucket, but credit the assist to Rob DeVries.
3 outstanding passes to get that bucket right there.
DeVries did not start the ball game. He's starting the second half. There's Maxey. And there's the rebound by Aikens. Bill Aikens pulls it down and stolen by Maxey. Off this time to Fiesel.
They had Lewis up the floor open, too, when they threw that ball away.
We're tied again, 36 apiece. Ryan Cornelius for the Forreston Cardinals. To Aikens. Aikens right in front of our broadcasting position here at the Assembly Hall. Tried the cross court, knocked away. St. Elmo has it. Here is Maxey. Maxey's got Fiesel down the floor. Going to take it himself. Won't go. Batted out front. Controlled by St. Elmo. The Eagles right now are flying. Baseline. Here is Ed Moss. Double pump. 3-second violation. Ted Moss not in. 7 or 2 on.
On that last sequence when that whole thing started, Ed Moss made a great tip-out save. Got the ball up the floor, and then he got the rebound. Watch this save right here. Look at that. He's going down. He tips it out. Look at that.
Yep.
Great intensity and hustle there.
Big play. We just got a good look at Dan Fitton, the third-year head coach at St. Elmo a moment ago. Ryan Cornelius.
1-2-2 here.
Oh, man, almost over and back at the timeline, but Forreston controls it. Cornelius to Lewis. Rebound by DeVries. He was bumped by his own teammate. Erdman on the fly. Rebound. Hauled out and controlled by Rob Heckert. Heckert for St. Elmo to Maxey. Stolen by Cornelius for Forreston. 3-on-1 break. Cornelius going to go the route. Missed it. Foul. Probably now figures he should have dished off.
I believe the coach would have liked to seen him stop at the top and dish it off.
Bill DeHorty, look at him. Okay, here's the replay. Cornelius will be shooting 2.
He took the ball to the hole strong, but I believe if he'd have stopped and kicked off, he had a man right on and one on the left.
Cornelius, after a cold start at the line, has now strung 5 in a row in 6 of his last 7. 1-point lead, 37-36 to Forreston. Just underway in the game's second half. Nine points for Ryan Cornelius, 7 of them at the line. 38-36. Forreston by a pair. Well out is Ed Moss. Ed tries to slide around DeVries. Think DeVries got him. He did.
He was trying to avoid the foul, just couldn't get away from it.
Foul's on Rob DeVries. And St. Elmo will trigger it in. Rob Heckert will make the play in. Sideline right in front of the St. Elmo bench. As he gets his number 42, Ed Moss. Ed's having trouble. Ball is loose. Carl Lewis digs it out. Jump ball. Let's see which way the possession arrow is pointing. St. Elmo retains possession. Keep that in mind. The next one goes, of course, to Forreston.
Good defense by Forreston that time.
I don't like that rule at all, Ed. That lack of the jump ball.
Well, I think they made the rule because I think the guys had a tough time throwing it up.
Yeah, I know.
The way the kids jump anymore, or the way the college kids jump.
Here's the poke off the glass. No good by Moss. The rebound by Fiesel won't go. Batted out to Kevin Maxey. Loose ball. Knocked out by Forreston. Well, a tremendous effort by Ryan Cornelius trying to get to that basketball.
Great effort there, but look who was on the boards again. Fiesel.
Yep.
All over.
He can play, can't he?
Yes, he can.
And he does play. Can and do are two different animals.
Uh-oh.
Errant pass. Spiegel with the steal. Off balance. Almost lost his
Might have
footing.
sprained his ankle.
I think he may have twisted the ankle. He seems to be running it off okay. Forreston by 4 at 40-36. Heckert to Ed Moss. Back to Ted Moss. They try to get the ball to Heckert. Interception deflected by DeVries. Spiegel brings it up. Puts on the brakes. Spiegel now out to Ryan Cornelius, number 32. That's to get it in his hands. St. Elmo likes it in Kevin Maxey's hands. Spiegel, a little short poke. Rebound controlled by Greg Fiesel once again. 6'3", 175, a senior. Down the floor to Teddy Moss. It rolls out. Rebound. Loose, deflected out of bounds. Back to Forreston.
Maxey made a great pass there to get that open. Unfortunately, they missed the shot.
Dan Ditton looks a bit perplexed over on the bench for St. Elmo. Both clubs playing well.
That ball hung up there, just rolled off on him.
Ryan Cornelius, Darren Spiegel, number 31. They swing the ball now to Eric Erdman. Erdman wearing number 13. Back to Spiegel. Knocked away, but retrieved. Ed Moss almost has a steal for St. Elmo.
Awful quick hands out there.
Here's Spiegel on the right wing. To DeVries, to Lewis, inside. Carl Lewis hammers it home. 15 points for Carl Lewis. 42-36. Oh, great drive, Kevin Maxey.
Yeah, I think a couple kids from Forreston took a breather there. Got the ball up. Maxey again.
Maxey with the steal. Couldn't get it home, but it was fouled but good by Eric Erdman. That's 3 on Erdman.
How about that? He gets the layup, one in, he comes back in, plays a little defense, and gets a steal.
Forreston wants the timeout. Going to see it again. Here's Maxey on the steal. He's hammered. And that's it. Timeout. Third quarter. And one of your network sponsors, Illinois Pork Producers.
These meals may look familiar, but there's something about them you don't know. You know they're old favorites. You know they're delicious. And you know they're made with white meat. What you don't know is that the white meat they're made with isn't chicken. It's pork. Because even an old favorite can use a new twist.
The Forreston State Bank is proud to work hand in hand with the agricultural community of northwestern Illinois. They consider it a privilege to serve people with a full-service bank that has served the area since 1887. The Forreston State Bank invites you to stop in and discuss your agricultural, business, or personal needs with them. The Forreston State Bank wishes the best of luck to the Forreston Cardinals basketball team in the state tournament, and congratulations for a great season. Forreston State Bank, member FDIC.
Only losses this year for St. Elmo to Kinmundi Alma, 86-67, into Topolis, 60-51. Loss they avenged twice. As you see Kevin Maxey poured in at the line. 42-39. Only losses for Forreston to a double-A club, Rochelle, 63-57, and to Lena Winslow, 59-44. And the second one is good. So we got a 2-point ball game. Forreston 42-40.
Almost had another steal.
He's gambling, riding with 3 fouls. Sure, they don't want number 4 in the third quarter. Stekel on the baseline for Forreston. There's Cornelius, 3-pointer. And Fiesel gets the ball off the floor, down to Moss. Moss, oh, great control. Fiesel scores. Fiesel, after Ed Moss put it on the floor, dribbled behind his back and stopped dead.
That might be on the highlight film.
42-42. Lewis counters.
That one, too.
Put the whole ball game on the highlight film. 44-42 Forreston. A slam-bang battle in the quarterfinal round of the state Class A tournament at the Assembly Hall. Everybody on the edge of their seats. It's been that kind of a contest. As Frank Massoni would say, a definite throat tightener. And we have a whistle and a foul on Ryan Cornelius. Where is Frank? Is he still with us? Did he fall off the bench over there?
Hey, Arthur, this has been a great one, and I'll tell you one thing that it reminds me of. Teams that have good guard play win games. Great guard play by Kevin Maxey,
yep.
Ryan Cornelius, and company.
And when they both have good guard play, you have a whale of a ball game. Moss made the free throw. There's the stop behind the back dribble and the resultant layup for St. Elmo. 44-43. 3:40 to go. Third quarter. Second one. Got it. 44 apiece.
Another steal.
A steal, and St. Elmo, opportunity by Moss. Doesn't go. Deflected by Carl Lewis on the inside. Knocked out of bounds. St. Elmo's going to have the basketball.
Smallest player on the floor got that rebound. Maxey last time went up.
Bill DeHorty was looking over at the scorer's bench, unhappy about something. Now he's coming over to check with the scorer's table. Lewis with the steal. After the rebound, actually more of a steal than a rebound. We got a foul, no basket.
I think the coach was very, very fortunate here just a minute ago that he didn't get a tee when he came up there. The officials did not see it happen. They go up there. He might have had a questionable situation.
Well, let's sort it out here. The foul was whistled against Ed Moss. That's his third. Did you catch what Bill DeHorty was concerned about?
Yeah. I'm not sure if there was a foul call just a minute ago whether he thought that it was on the wrong player or not. I'm not positive.
Rob Heckert leaves for the Eagles, and on comes Pat Maddox. The lineups remain the same otherwise, and there you can see the St. Elmo bench. Got a 44-44 ball game. It was tied at 34 at halftime. Down to 3:20 to go in the game's third period. Darren Stekel to Ryan Cornelius. He puts it away. Cornelius, who on the season averages a gaudy 18.6 play. Oh, back.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful basket.
What a great pair of eyes.
Maxey to Maddox. Here's Cornelius. Back. Rebound DeVries. And pulled down by Fiesel. Outlet Kevin Maxey. 46-44. The lead to a 46 all, it should be. One board that wasn't caught up. They're tied at 46 for Fleury. See what the ruling is going to be. The ball was knocked out of bounds by Forreston. Now we're going to see it again. There's a flurry, and then the ball caroms away. It looked like Cornelius lost the ball out of bounds. So the Eagles will inbound, tied at 46, 2:51 to go third quarter. Kevin Maxey in the corner, being hounded over there by John Greenfield, number 11. This game of the game. Behind the back pass by Maxey. Jump ball situation. It goes to Forreston. Maxey with a beautiful behind the back pass from the paint.
I think Maxey's putting on a point guard clinic out there.
Maybe just a shade too much French pastry at this point in the ball game, though, in traffic. But it's fun to watch, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, I don't think the guy handled the ball. I think he made a great pass. The guy just wasn't expecting it.
He's magic, I'll tell you. He's really got great hands and quickness and a competitor.
And playing with 3 fouls. And playing as hard on defense as he is on offense.
Talk about competitors. How about Cornelius and Maxey for a pair of competitors at guard?
Yeah. I'd like to see those two kids play horse after the ball game.
Wow.
Or a one-on-one contest. Well, we're seeing the one-on-one as it is. 46 all, turnover, Eagles have it. Art Kimball, Frank Fasoni, and Mount Pulaski coach Ed Butkovich with you from the Assembly Hall along with Jim Albrecht.
I think if we brought Greenfield in here to try to slow down Maxey just a little bit.
On the baseline with the basketball is Ted Moss. He finally loses it. Cornelius pushes it up. Maxey back on defense, and Cornelius got it anyway. And the reason Ed Butkovich is yelling no, Maxey almost picked up foul number 4.
I don't want him to pick up that 4th foul. I want to see that guy play.
Absolutely. Maxey out front. Greenfield is on him.
31, you're holding.
Foul on Darren Steekel. His first. Things getting a little bit heated inside in this one.
Had that layup come in the 4th quarter, I think Maxey would have made a move on him. He backed off just a little bit.
How about a tough assignment for John Greenfield. He called him over, Bill DeHorde. He said, all I want you to do is go out and stop number 20 out there. He's had given Erdman a little breather. And
he better bring his lunch bucket because it might be an all-day job.
Absolutely. Erdman had to have a little break against Maxey.
But he did a good job while he's in there.
Good coaching move. Fiesel scores on the base. Greg Fiesel. 20 points already for Greg Fiesel. Collision. You can see the bodies fly. Fiesel picked up the foul. That's his first. The only player in foul trouble critically on the floor is Kevin Maxey of St. Elmo at the moment.
That last sequence down there, I think Stiegel did what the coaches wanted him to do to try to take a charge. Unfortunately, it wasn't called there.
48 apiece, 141. We've hit kind of a dry spell scoring-wise in this ball game. Brian Cornelius to DeVries. They try to go back door, deflected away. Erdman lost the ball as Fiesel cut in front of him, then tried to react. Fiesel had knocked it out of bounds, but Erdman then reached up and touched it last, so St. Elmo has it right back.
I think if Lewis would have taken a little bit more time on that pass, I think he would have got the ball down inside.
The 9th Forreston turnover.
Watch Forreston, see if they go back to Lewis on the low block when they get the ball on offense, down low.
All right, Maddox on the left wing. Here's a jumper, no good. Rebound. The shot was taken on the perimeter by Ed Moss. They taken, no, I was going to say, they took Kevin Maxey out. They haven't. He's still out there. He'll probably go the rest of the way. Here is Steekel. Erdman. Cornelius at 3-point range. And Maxey grabs the board at 5'8". Kevin Maxey. He drives it up. It's 4-on-1. They got it.
No look pass.
Ed Moss with the layup, and St. Elmo leads at 50-48. First time they had the lead in this ball game. I'm not going to say ever, but since early on, been tied several times. Steekel lobs cross court to Cornelius against the Eagle defense, which has become a double team out of their zone. Steekel straight away. Pops in the 2-pointer. Not quite a 3-point range. 50-50. 28 seconds for the third period. Kevin Maxey out front. A quarter of this to go. Right side, Fiesel. DeVries going to check back in shortly for Forreston. The North against the South Central, I guess we have to call this matchup. Maxey in the paint. Back out front. Jumper by Eddie Moss is no good. Cornelius grabs the rebound off the floor and the foul. And this one has been whistled against Ed Moss. hit the floor pretty hard, and Dick Rokup, the official, out there with him. That's foul number 4 on Ed Moss.
Look, got a bloody nose.
He's going to come out, and Rod Hecker will come on. Get that bleeding from the nostril stopped. 4th foul, according to our tabulation. See if they flash it up on the board that way. Here's a vintage point guard, coast-to-coast speed.
Look at that pass.
Maxey to Ed Moss.
The guy on the right side didn't break stride.
Inbounds, little live here. 1 second for the quarter. Cornelius almost got it. Almost got it from midcourt. So after 3, we're still even. 50 apiece. And one of your network sponsors is American Dairy Association of Illinois.
Come on, everybody, do that kick. Help kick, milks that kick. The hard man pours it on real tall. Staying in shape, milk's a part of it all. Milk! From big city slickers to wheat field kickers, America's favorite help kick milk.
Farm and Fleet has the hottest prices on this area's largest selection of brand name workwear. Look for tremendous savings on Wall's quality workwear. Save $5 on Wall's long-sleeved, unlined poplin coveralls, now only $19.99. Big men's sizes are also on sale. Farm and Fleet has Wall's blizzard-proof hooded sweatshirts from $17.99. You'll find Dodge City trucker boots by Acme on sale now. Tough Dodge City boots priced from only $52.99. Feature a quality leather upper and mini Vibram sole. Choose from several sizes and widths. Only during Farm and Fleet's spring workwear sale.
50-50 here in the Assembly Hall between Forreston and St. Elmo. Pena won the first ball game this afternoon over Beardstown 63-34. Tonight, Lena Winslow and Walter Lutheran, the first game. Watsika and Pinckneyville in the nightcap.
I want to ask, Gar, what did Lewis do that last quarter? Did they slow him down a little bit?
A little bit. I didn't break it down by quarters, but yeah, they slowed him down.
I know he got a couple early.
Yeah, I think that's what he had, a couple of 3 buckets in the third quarter. In other words, watch out in the 4th, huh?
Double screen.
Long jumper, Fiesel, 3-pointer. Greg Fiesel with his second 3-pointer, and St. Elmo leads it by 3 at 53-50.
They gave him 3, but it was awful close.
Steele on the double team. Maxey. And immediately, Forreston needs a timeout. Bill DeHorty on his feet. They're going to take it right here. Suddenly, it's a 5-point St. Elmo lead at 55-50. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies.
With the arrival of the Morrisons' new baby, the flexibility of Country Company's universal life insurance is a big help.
I know it's hard to believe, but you can change the amount of your coverage, even skip payments if you need to.
But why Country Companies?
They've always delivered what they promised.
You got the country behind you.
With Country Company's universal life.
You got the country companies.
Born in fire and bursting with color.
Yes, friends, color racers. Now you can design your own special Hot Wheels in seconds with a little cold water.
Woo!
White Corvette becomes red. Yellow Jeep becomes green. Cool CX-4 becomes cooler. And these special paint jobs come on 12 different Hot Wheels.
Wow!
It's amazing.
Wow!
Color Racers, sold in 3-packs, not for use with some sets. New from Hot Wheels.
All right, here's the key steal that made this a 5-point St. Elmo lead. Watch Maxey, number 20, against Cornelius, and he gets help from Fiesel.
I think Fiesel deflected it right into Maxey and got it.
And Maxey gets the layup. Lewis had 3 field goals in the third quarter, to answer your earlier question, Ed. So he was slowed down a little, although not a great deal. St. Elmo has gone zone. They did in the third quarter, and it worked out well. Cross court, Fiesel got a hand on it. Loose basketball. I think this will belong to St. Elmo. Maybe not. That's right. I forgot about the change of possession at the start of the quarter, so Forreston keeps it. 55-50 St. Elmo. We're in the final quarter here at the Assembly Hall of what has been a tremendous ball game. Tied 34 all at halftime, 50-50 after 3. But the first 5 of the final quarter have gone to St. Elmo. Into Lewis. DeVries gets it back. Off to Erdman. Here's Stiegel. 11 in. Great play. See if they're going to call. Under him was Fiesel. We'll see if Fiesel gets the call. He does. Oh, they call it on Stiegel. Beg your pardon. Here you see it again, Ed. Yeah, maybe so.
Pretty close.
Pretty good position. So the Eagles retained their 5-point lead. That's a big, big call at this point in the ball game. Had it gone in the free throw, a 3-pointer, it would have been back to a 2-point ball game. As a result of the call, however, and a pretty good defensive effort, St. Elmo has the basketball in a 5-point lead. Out front with it, Ted Moss. Down the lane, Maxey shot won't go. Batted high in the air. Rebound loose, scramble for. Left corner, Kevin Maxey, number 20 with it again.
And Forston had a man down the floor, too, for a sleeper if they come up with that ball.
Maxey has played brilliantly, along with the many players this ball game. Maddox, Heckert, Fiesel. 5-point St. Elmo lead. Fourth quarter, just underway. Here's Maddox. Pat Maddox attempted to shoot it, elected not to. Into the corner, retrieved over there by Fiesel, off to Maxey. Down low, power move, Maddox took. St. Elmo now leads it by 7.
St. Elmo went into a little bit different offense than set that last time, too.
There's the shot by
They went into an offensive set that I saw Wesleyan and Bloomington use a little bit this year with their 3 big guys. They flare their 2 guards out on the wing. They bring a guy in the high post, and he goes and sets opposite screens to the low post man. I don't know if they'll do it this time or not. We'll wait and see.
Well, it split that defense beautifully the last time down the floor. 57-52. Kevin Maxey whirls around the defenders. Maxey makes the save in the corner. Out front, leaping for it is Ted Moss, and St. Elmo retains possession. To Pat Maddox.
Very fortunate on that last sequence.
Yeah, here's Maxey, and the reach-in foul. Called on Bill Akins, his 3rd personal. Good call. No question about the reach-in. Both clubs, of course, are on the bonus and have been, and here's Maxey at the line. Here's the...
Like here comes a save by Maxey here.
Maxey just made the free throw. Back to live action. You'll see the rest of the save.
Yeah,
watch Maxey, right corner of your screen.
Good job.
Great effort. On the rebound, a whistle. St. Elmo foul.
One thing about the Maxey save, a lot of players save the ball, but they don't save it to their players.
Yeah.
He knows where his players are on the positions on the floor.
For the record, Pat Maddox picks up the foul, his first for St. Elmo. Here's our situation. 5:34 to play. St. Elmo by 6, 58-52. And Ryan Cornelius steps to the line where he has canned 6 in a row. And Forreston needs them both. They got the first one. $16 points for Cornelius. 58-53. Second throw, Ryan Cornelius. Rebound pulled down by Rob Heckert. Big defensive board for the Eagles. Every play's big now. Greg Fiesel, and they got in the hand of Kevin Maxey, who has played with 3 fouls since the end of the first half. He's working on Akins. Akins, number 22, digs in defensively for the white-clad Cardinals. Here's Pat Maddox, who has come off the bench and played extremely well. Kevin Maxey. Maxey still hounded by Akins. Straight up man-to-man for Forreston. Forreston trails it by 5. Inside move. Basket scored by Fiesel. St. Elmo by 7, 60-53.
Hate to keep repeating myself, but he can play that low post area.
Indeed he can. Here's Akins to Carl Lewis. Back to Stiegel. Looks for the 3. Fires the 3. Airballed it. Heckert with the board. To Kevin Maxey. Down to Moss. Moss solos. He's clobbered. Can't get the shot down. The foul is on Darren Stiegel. Flying to the hoop was Ted Moss. Foul number 3 on Darren Stiegel.
Willie calls the foul.
Let's see it again.
Yeah, he got him.
Let him, but good. Timeout. With 4:40 to go, timeout taken by Forreston. And let's pause for these messages.
Don't miss Farm and Fleet's giant fishing sale for the hottest prices this season. Minn Kota transom mount trolling motors with 17 pounds of thrust are just $83.95. Quiet 28-pound thrust motors are $149.95. Other Minn Kota motors are on sale too. Save $5 on deep cycle batteries, now starting at $43.95. Buy a Minn Kota trolling motor and Farm and Fleet will give you another $5 off a deep cycle battery. Marine starting batteries are just $44.95, only during Farm and Fleet's spring fishing sale.
This is the Micro Machine Man presenting the most midget miniature motorcade of micro machines. Each one has dramatic details, terrific trim, precision paint jobs, plus incredible micro machine pocket playsets. There's a police station, fire station, restaurant, service station, and more. Perfect pocket portables to take any place. And there are many miniature playsets to play with, and each one comes with its own special edition micro machine vehicle and fun, fantastic features that miraculously move. Raise the boat lift at the airport marina, man the gun turret at the army base, clean your car at the car wash, raise the toll bridge. And these playsets fit together to form a micro machine world. Micro machine pocket playsets, so tremendously tiny, so perfectly precise, so dazzlingly detailed, you'll want to pocket them all. Micro machines and micro machine pocket playsets sold separately from Galoob. The smaller they are, the better they are.
All right, here's another look at the fast break right at the end, prior to the timeout, as Moss was undercut going to the basket.
Libby got him just as he left. Got him right on the thigh there. Undercut him a little bit.
Ted Moss at the line, shooting two, and of course, St. Elmo's got the pressure on Forreston now. Free throw, as you see, rolls away. 60-53, St. Elmo by 7 with 4:40 left. That's their biggest lead.
14 points, good output.
Yep, Ted Moss drops you through. 8-point lead to St. Elmo. St. Elmo out of the National Trail in the Gibson Illini Conference. Shots from the side. Won't go, and Greg Fiesel with the big rebound.
Fiesel again.
We're approaching the halfway point of the game's final period, and St. Elmo leads it by 8. Kevin Maxey across against Aiken. Aiken's desperately trying for the steal. Maxey all the way with the penetration. And I think Maxey has picked up number 4. There it is, the 4th foul on Maxey. Let's see it again.
Went under, no control.
Yep, no doubt about it.
He's going to try and take it all the way.
Good call by Dick Rokup. 61-53. Well, that's a break for Forreston. See if they can capitalize.
They can put it down there.
The Cardinals cross court to Ryan Cornelius.
Last couple times they went to the three-point shot. They haven't drilled it yet.
They've had trouble getting the ball into Carl Lewis. They finally do so, and here is going to be a foul whistled against Ted Moss. Foul number 2 on Moss. Kind of an inadvertent thing.
That was kind of a tough call. Moss had good position there.
Looked like Lewis might have turned into it.
I think he did.
Yeah. Well, that's why basketball is so unpredictable. Lewis at the line, and again, as we repeat, Forreston needs these free throws. Lewis with, let's see, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 18 points.
Got his average.
Indeed he does. 61-55, 6-point ball game. St. Elmo with the ball and the lead. Time's a wasting for Forreston. St. Elmo may run a little clock. Ed Moss. Remember, Maxey's up. Here's a steal and a foul. Carl Lewis took him away and was fouled by Eddie Moss. That's all.
Number 5, is it?
That's 5 for Moss. See it again, Ed.
Okay. Good steal. I think he got him with the left hand there. Reached in. We'll see here.
Yeah, Lewis jumped in front of him and came up with the basketball. But, yep. Carl Lewis is at the line. 19 points for the veteran from Forreston. 1-1. Missed it, the rebound to Ted Moss. Down quickly, Maddox dishes to Fiesel. Pretty play. Greg Fiesel scores and back to an 8-point lead off the Maxey assist. He has played sensational basketball, Mr. Maxey. Lewis at the base. Carl Lewis, string music from about 4 feet to make it 63-57. 6-point ball game. The steal by Stiegel. He is fouled and he goes in and scores. Basket count. Stiegel got it home. You suddenly got a 63-59 ball game with 3:17 left. A foul on Pat Maddox, his second. We're going to see it again after the free throw. We'll take a look at the play again. Stiegel trying to complete the three-pointer. He does.
Got it.
63-60. We'll see the replay if we have time. The pace is tremendous. Maxey out front, right side now to Pat Maddox, almost stolen. 3:05 to play. Kevin Maxey riding with 4 fouls. And now Bob Ditton wants the timeout. The Eagles need a time. 3 minutes and a second to go. St. Elmo by 3. And one of your network sponsors is Case IH.
For more power, Magnum power. Magnum means more. More from totally new, bigger engines with 8% more displacement than the leading competitor. Delivered from 130 to 195 PTO horsepower. New engines, plus new cabs and a power shift transmission. All Magnum. Magnum tractors. Tractors that will do more for you.
Supply and demand. If you're a farmer, those two little words will have a big effect on your future. But now there's a company that's turning the law of supply and demand in your favor. ADM Growmark, a new partnership between the Archer Daniels Midland Company and Growmark Incorporated. ADM Growmark is a direct link between your Growmark elevator and the global markets of Archer Daniels Midland. So when it's time to sell your grain, remember the company with worldwide marketing muscle, ADM Growmark.
Okay, Ed, let's take a look at this play again.
There's that steal right there.
It's going to result in a Stiegel drive-in. Free throw shooting at this point, St. Elmo 15 of 18, Forreston 14 of 22. So both have done pretty well at the line, but St. Elmo's been spectacular. Inbound play, Spiesel. On the inbound pass, Spiesel got a virtual layup, and St. Elmo leads it by 5. Good timeout by Dan Ditton, huh?
I'll tell you what, Forreston didn't get down there quick enough. They put the ball in play, and they got that easy bucket on that last one.
Here's a foul called on Pat Maddox. Little flurry, and at the line is going to go Carl Lewis, who has 21 points so far this afternoon. Greg Fiesel has 28 points in the ballgame for St. Elmo. Lewis misses a throw. Hecker with the board. Collision. Tripping foul called on Ryan Cornelius. Cornelius tried to get position to take the charge against Fiesel. We're going to see it again.
I think Forreston's trying to get a travel call here.
Well, nope.
I think they thought he might have traveled.
He slid under him. And at the free throw line goes Greg Fiesel already with 28 on the day. Nice ball player, Mr. Fiesel, averaging 18.3. About 10 points over his average. 29 for Fiesel. 66-60. St. Elmo. An uphill battle in the first half. Second one's good. That's a 7-point lead, and the hill is getting higher and higher for Forreston. Ryan Cornelius says to Aiken, let's hurry it up. Here's Erdman. Erdman to Stiegel. Stiegel shot off the glass.
Bank shot again.
17 points for Stiegel. 67-62. 5-point ball game. St. Elmo leads. Heckert fires the ball, and another collision, another foul. This one on Eric Erdman, his fourth.
Just a matter of inches there. That would have been a steal instead of a foul going the other way. They almost had that steal there. Loose ball.
Both teams have fantastic ability to force turnovers and force mistakes. They're both very, very quick. And really, probably the difference has been the brilliant play of Kevin Maxey in the ball game for St. Elmo. Pat Maddox throws up one to Karen Draw. Stiegel with the rebound. He gets it out of Erdman. Forreston fans are going wild as their ball club tries to come from behind. Everybody on the edge of their seats in the assembly hall. The lob to Lewis. At 6'7", he skies and scores.
A great pass.
23 points for Carl Lewis. St. Elmo by 3, 67-64. Kevin Maxey drives, loses, gets it back. And the left-hand dribble. Aikens moves to him. Maxey moving well. Low to Fiesel. No whistle. Ball loose. Hecker controls left corner.
Getting a little loose.
And now a timeout is going to be taken.
Don't get it, Coach. Don't get it, Coach.
As Eagles coach Dan Denton exchanges words with Dan Rokup briefly. Timeout for the Eagles. 1:49 to go in the ball game. St. Elmo by 3, 67-64. Let's pause for these messages.
Now you can grab the thrill of driving real Porsche race cars with Tyco Radio Control. Or get behind the wheel of real Indy car racers with Tyco Radio Control. Because you race them. You're at the controls of Turbo Porsche race cars and Turbo Indy cars. Scale speed up to 260 miles per hour. And when you need it most, you hit your turbo power to make the pass. Nothing else even comes close. Turbo Porsche racers and Turbo Indy cars. Only from Tyco RC.
Hembro has transportation for everyone. When you're shopping for a car, there's more to look for than just a great deal. Bill Hembro gives you award-winning service along with a great price. We have a large selection of the all-new Buick Regal. If you're looking for a $10,000 or $11,000 car, you should look at this one. We've just made a special purchase of 20 1987 Isuzu four-door sedans with payments for about $165 a month. This is a tremendous buy. Better selection, better price, and best of all, better service. You better see Bill Hembro before you buy. 717 West State Street.
Well, Ed Butkovich and Frank Pisoni, it's been a great ball game. It's not over yet. Let's get right back to live action. Controlling it, Kevin Maxey out front for St. Elmo. They lead by 3 with 1:42 left. Ball deflected out of bounds by Ryan Cornelius of Forreston. Making the play in will be St. Elmo. Rob Hecker will trigger it down on the baseline. The winner plays Pena tomorrow morning at 11:30. Cornelius steals, but they get it back. Then the Cardinals get it back. Cornelius, not good control. Fiesel almost stole it. Forrest in control. Down 3 with a minute and a half. Cornelius all the way to the glass. Somebody had no basket travel.
Oh, no.
Cornelius put it on the floor, went all the way to the hoop. Walked with it. Pat Maddox makes the play in. Maddox to Greg Fiesel. Stolen away by Erdman. Erdman, 14-footer. Lead on, Kevin Maxey. All kinds of pushing underneath, and Cornelius is called for the foul. Foul number 3 on Ryan Cornelius. And it will be Fiesel going to the line. He already has 31 points on the ball game. We're down to a minute and 20. 67-64. I don't have to tell you how important these free throws are.
These may be the 2 biggest ones that he's shot all year. You may have shot some of bigger, but right now with a 3-point lead in a minute 20.
Biggest one of this afternoon, at least. Good look at Fiesel.
Unfortunately, Forreston had the ball twice there and couldn't come down with it. Couldn't get that score.
One more throw. Well, they flash up on the screen as his point total. I wonder if we're in sync. Second throw is up and in. I've got him with 33. 69-64.
Uh-oh, there it is. Steal. Fiesel again.
Fiesel with the theft. Now we're down to a minute and 10. 69-64. St. Elmo by 5.
Give Maxey an assist on that last steal.
Here's
he
Maxey.
put the pressure on there.
Yeah, he's all over the place. He's playing with 4 fouls, remember. Pat Maddox, a little slap pass by Maxey off to Fiesel. Back to Maxey. Maxey dribbles out of trouble. They were going to have foul right about the free throw line, called by Dick Rokup.
Doesn't Maxey play with a lot of confidence?
No, I guess he does. Foul is on Darren Steekel. That's his 4th.
Well, he had a 40-footer at the buzzer to win the sectional, 60-59. And this is just a remarkable young athlete.
Why doesn't that surprise me, Frank? Maxey at the line. He got it. 13 points for Kevin Maxey. 70-64. St. Elmo by 6. They had as much as an 8-point lead against the Forreston Ball Club that will not say die. 2-5. High school basketball team. Well drilled, well supported. 71-64 on the second Maxey throw. 50 seconds left. Erdman to Lewis.
3-pointer.
Oh, he got it. Kyle Lewis from the twilight zone.
That's why it's never over.
71-67. Almost a steal. Maxey comes cross court to Ted Moss. We're down to 35 seconds and the foul on Eakins. That was Choice, his fourth.
I think the Forreston fans were wanting a turnover on that high dribble.
Well, it's been a game of tremendous emotion on both sides. There's Bill DeHorty. Very, very intent on the Forreston bench. His ball club is so near and yet so far. The wrong guy at the line as far as Forreston is concerned. Maxey drills it. You're going to see the three-point shot by Lewis.
Biggest guy on the floor.
Swish. Nothing but net. 19 feet 9 inches exactly on that one. Second throw. Maxey spins out. Lewis with the board. Lost it. Taken away by St. Elmo with half a minute to play. To Kevin Maxey. Boy, they have quick hands. Cross court to Fiesel. Fiesel works it off to Ted Moss. Here's the steal by Lewis. The big guy dribbles between his legs. 21 seconds left.
Gotta get it quick.
Right side, Erdman. Erdman at three-point range. Won't go. Rebound deflected out of bounds. Goes to St. Elmo. Only 14 seconds left for one of these two ball clubs in the season. Erdman is called for the reach-in foul.
Art, I want to ask you a question. Is it true what they say up around the Bloomington area? If you were still playing, if they had a three-point play where you were playing, you'd still be here?
Yeah, probably, because I wasn't brought up around Bloomington.
Never retired, would you?
I couldn't throw it up at that range. I've heard that from a lot of people, though.
You could throw up those bricks, couldn't you?
Could you imagine Jay Scheidler with a three-point rule? Just think of that. How many points he might have scored? And he's just one of several. Well, Forreston with 13 seconds left clearing the bench. After a tremendous season, a tremendous effort here. Boy, the Forreston people are going to be disappointed, but they have to be tremendously proud of this ball club. And what about the St. Elmo effort? They could have been given up for dead for a while here. They were never that far behind, but they were unable to gain any ground. Then they finally caught him and passed him. Fiesel misses the free throw. Lewis with the board. Out to Ryan Cornelius. Fiesel gets it back with 7 seconds. St. Elmo will run out the clock and they will advance. In a tremendous ball game. Ted. Well, what can I say? Ed Moss pokes it in. Or Ted Moss, I should say. At the buzzer.
3-pointers at the end of each half.
That's right.
Maybe that means something.
Yep. Becomes a 75-67 finale. St. Elmo wins it. The ball club's both dog-tired, as you might well imagine. Shake hands. What a tremendous ball game. There you see the jubilation from the St. Elmo fans. So St. Elmo stays alive. They go to 28-2. Forreston bows out at 28-3. Well, quickly, the scoring leaders as we wrap this from the Assembly Hall. These are very unofficial. Ryan Cornelius had 16 for Forreston. And a total of 26 for Carl Lewis, 17 for Darren Steichel. For St. Elmo leading the way, we had 33 for Fiesel, 15 for Ted Moss. Ted Moss finished the ball game with a total of 8 and 15 points for brilliant backcourt performer Kevin Maxey. So that's the story. Payne wins 63-34.
Did. Forreston today moved 180 miles south to Champaign.
And now let's meet the Cardinals of Forreston High School entering this game.
Its first ever trip to the state basketball championship made a ghost town out of the Ogle County village. Forreston's high school enrollment of only 254 rekindled thoughts of the miracle story of Tiny Hickory in the film Hoosiers.
Already calling this the game of the century. News people from all over the Middle West are here to witness Hoosierland's version of the Cinderella story.
Ball batted into the defensive zone and controlled easily as Ryan Cornelius has the basketball for Forreston. See what St. Elmo's doing defensively. It's straight up man-to-man.
To give you an idea of how small this school really is, 1 out of every 5 young men in the junior and senior classes is on the team. Contrast that to schools like Boylan and Belvedere, where the ratio is more like 1 in 40. And for the first time in its history, the high school closed for a basketball game. An insurance agent also locked up shop, stricken with cardinal fever. And the bank let half of its workers go to Champaign.
So we're
running the operation today with 6 employees, and the other ones are down in Champaign. Obviously, this is a once-in-a-lifetime situation, so it was a tough decision. Obviously, we would have liked to have closed the bank and everybody gone. But
Every storefront and home is a proud art project of support, and one of the few passing through was an out-of-town delivery truck. John Bowl, 13 Eyewitness News, Forreston.
And it'll be a sad trip back from Champaign tonight. That's really too bad.
Yeah, but they really did have a good season. Forreston Cardinals, congratulations.
Steichel with the basket, 28-20 Forreston. Steichel had 17. St. Elmo with a 14-6 run. 3-point shot by Greg Fiesel, 31 points for him at the buzzer. It was 34 all at the half. Third quarter, Carl Lewis gives the Cards a 44-42 lead. But in the fourth quarter, Fiesel with a big basket, 60-53 in favor of St. Elmo's. Forreston's Steichel with the steal, a 3-point play. They trail by 3 with 3 minutes left. Inside a minute to go, Carl Lewis with a 3-point shot. Too little, too late. The final, St. Elmo 75 and Forreston 60.
Was in Champaign and has this story on the high-flying Cardinals who were shut down.
First quarter and the Cardinals break the ice. Eric Erdman hits. It's 2-0 Forreston, and they led by 2 after 1 quarter. Second quarter, Cardinals started to fly. Carl Lewis hits the inside jumper. Forreston up by 8. Lewis finished the game with 26 points. But St. Elmo's comes right back. Ed Moss with the steal down low. He takes it all the way to hit the pull-up jumper. 30-29 Forreston with 1 minute left in the half. Final seconds of the half, Cards up by 3 when Greg Fiesel loads up and hits a 3-pointer at the buzzer. 34 all at the half. Fiesel finished with 31 points. The turning point came at the beginning of the fourth quarter, score tied at 50, when Fiesel hits a 3-pointer again, and the Eagles' little gnat, Kevin Maxey, comes up with the steal, 55-50 St. Elmo's. Forreston made one last surge, junior Darren Steichel with the hoop and a foul, 3-point play, 63-60 Eagles, but down the stretch they converted the front end of the 1-and-1 4 out of 5 times to win it, 75-67.
Great season. We're proud of the kids. I don't think a lot of people gave us a shot to get this far, and they came down here and they had a good time, I think, and we're just as proud as can be of them. I think the whole community would say the same thing.
I think when they start to get ahead, we've really never been down. I think we just dropped mentally. You know, that starts eating at you, when you can't score and they just keep going. But we just played our hardest, and Bill, he had great hustle, and we just did our best. And they're a great team.
For Forreston fans, it was a short stay, but a stay they will remember for a long time. No other Forreston team has ever gone to the state tournament. The Cardinals finished the season with a 28-3 record, something they should be proud of. At Assembly Hall, I'm Darrell Snork, 13 Eyewitness.